Hey there, folks. So, I wanted to provide a sort of channel update as a few things have changed a bit, and there's going to be a couple more changes coming down the pipe in the near future. Don't worry, I personally don't think any of these are bad changes. I'm going to still continue to release the series as I have been for free. They're just changes that I felt I should talk about a bit instead of just making the changes and having people concerned and wondering what's happening with the channel. So, as I said at the start, I do not want anything to be blocked behind a paywall, which limits access to only to people who can afford to throw money at some random stranger on the internet. The series, as I just said, is going to continue to be released for free. I'm not going to be blocking anything behind memberships or Patreon or anything like that. But on that topic, as I posted a while ago, I did get approved for the YouTube Partner Program, which means I can start making use of their super chats, super thanks, things like that. Merch, which honestly I have absolutely no intent of using, as I'm not going to try and shill random items that really have no use to anyone. And then the big one, monthly memberships, which for anyone who doesn't know, basically it's like monthly Patreon subscriptions, things like that. Now, with that monthly membership, I did want to offer some sort of a reward or a thank you for those people who choose to support me with a membership. So, to do that, I decided what I was going to offer, at least at one tier, was going to be early access to videos. The way that's going to work is as I get an episode recorded and uploaded to YouTube, I'm just going to make it available to members immediately. The free access for the videos will continue to follow the current once a week release that I've been doing since early December. Now, in the unlikely event that I do end up with a decent backlog of videos, and I mean like 4, 5, 6 videos sitting there in the members only area, I will update the frequency that I push out the free videos. So if I have quite a few, I'll change it to twice a week, sort of thing. But given my real life commitments, I'm honestly not expecting that I'm going to end up with much of a backlog when it comes to getting videos recorded and uploaded. But I wanted to put it out there for anyone worrying, because I know I've already got 2 videos at the point of recording this that are currently members only. They will be following the normal release. So at the time of recording this, which is April 12th, the first one's going to be going free on the 14th, and the next one's going free on the 21st. So again, I'm not restricting anything, so I don't want anyone to be worried that I'm going to start gatekeeping videos and content behind this membership fee. It's just a way to say thank you to those people who do choose to support me with a monthly membership. Because honestly, giving me a bit of money every month means, I know it may be a small amount, but it means a lot to me. So now, along the same lines, as I didn't currently have anyone actually making use of it, I pulled the monthly membership option from Ko-fi, simply because it's going to be insanely hard to manage the access to videos through Ko-fi, because they don't allow uploads. You have to link to other videos. So I've left Ko-fi up for anyone who wants to make one-off donations, because I know that really doesn't work well with Patreon. You have to subscribe and then cancel if you want to do a one-off there. So I'm going to be updating Patreon so that the equivalent membership level there has the same perk of the early access to the video. Nothing different is going to be changing there. It's going to be the same thing. So basically, Patreon's just going to be an option for anyone who doesn't want to support through YouTube itself. So also, I am still in the process of trying to come up with other rewards and thank yous that I can offer to supporters, both for one-off donations as well as the monthly membership. But trying to come up with something that isn't restricting access to education, because ultimately that's what I'm sort of looking at this as. Coming up with something that isn't going to restrict access to education to only people who can throw money at it is fairly challenging. Like, I don't want there to be anything that I do that ultimately you have to pay me to get access to it. So the rewards, perks, or whatever you want to call them will likely be updated at some point in the future with some new features or new offers, if and when I can come up with some other rewards that aren't going to restrict things. Also, as I mentioned at the start of this series, and I sort of avoided mentioning it at any point after the fact, I'm not going to try and push memberships or do your typical like comment subscribe thing that is pretty much every other video. I hate even mentioning it here, but it was needed. I needed to explain what was happening with the channel. You all know how you can support channels, what you need to do, and I'm not going to push it, even if YouTube really wants me to, because it's one of the things they're telling me I need to change. Now, on a different note, one of the other changes that is going to be coming in the near future, not sure exactly when it's going to be though, is I am going to try and start live streaming. I'd put a poll up, and overall result was people were interested. So right now, as I mentioned in the poll, it's looking like it is going to be on Sundays. I haven't figured out an exact time yet, but as I live in Mountain Time, which is GMT -7. It will likely be earlier in the day, I should say, for those people who live in the Americas. So that's like Canada, America, Mexico, the South American countries. I can't remember them all. It will be late afternoon to early evening for those who are in Europe and Africa time zones. And an apology to the Australians, New Zealanders, and far eastern time zones. But that's going to be at stupid o'clock on a Monday morning. So I will try and fluctuate the streaming schedule when I do it so that it's not always going to be stupid o'clock in the morning for the far eastern time zones. Just to try and get it so that different time zones can join at a reasonable time. Right now, as I said, though, I don't know when that's going to start, and there is still not 100% commitment to that because, again, I need to try and figure out a schedule to allow for that. But regarding the actual content that will be in the live streams, I don't want to work on the main survival project on the live streams, as really that would just mess with the regular episodes. So when I do stream, I'll be starting off working on one of the many other projects that I have sitting in my pile of shame. Which one it'll be, I'm not sure, but I have a few I can pick from. Well, a few is an understatement. I've got things like a fantasy RPG, think along the lines of Skyrim, a colony sim style. So I think RimWorld would be an idea there, and many, many others. I've got so many different project ideas that I haven't even started yet, just because, well, it's how it works. For anyone who's been interested in game design for a while, you come up with so many ideas, and some of them are never going to pan out. Now, I may also opening that up to a request, like viewer request sort of thing, but that is something I'm thinking, and this is just, again, to let people know, because I don't want 100 people going, oh, let's do this topic. That is one of the things I'm thinking of offering as a perk for, membership, is picking a topic of a live stream. So I'm still toying with that because, again, I need to, if I'm going to offer that, it's something I need to at least be able to do regularly. So anyways, with all of that out of the way, I just wanted to take a moment to say a big thank you to all of you for the support you've shown me. When I started this channel a little under a year ago, I never expected to even hit 100 subscribers, let alone 500 that was needed for the YouTube Partner Program. And at the time of recording this, I'm sitting at 650? Let me double check here. 651 to be precise. So I honestly never expected to reach that. And that means a lot to me to know that my content has helped at least 600 plus people. Obviously more because not everyone subscribes. So it really does mean a lot to me for all the support you've shown me by just watching and subscribing. And it really means a lot for all the donations I've received. It's a big help to keep me going with the series. Just knowing that there are so many people out there that are getting that much from my, I'll just say, not the best quality tutorial series. Because again, like, my style is different to what most people would offer. So, but as always, folks, I just want to say a big thank you. And as always, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Hop over onto Discord. Feel free to send me a DM on Discord if you want. I pay more attention to Discord than YouTube, honestly, because notifications on YouTube are irregular in how often I get them. So, but as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.